This YouTube video generated me $4,416 and took me only 2 hours to make. Today I'm going to show you exactly how I did it from start to finish, showing you the channel that I made the video on, everything leading up to that video, plus the entire video editing and thumbnail making process that allowed me to generate this amount of money from one singular video. So the best part is that you can literally replicate the same thing if you listen up. To show you that I'm not lying right here, this is my video right here, 1.2 million views on my channel called Glider Guy. And if I go to the analytics here, it literally says, you know, 1.3 million, and it says 5,000, but this is in Australian dollars. As you can probably tell by my accent, I'm from Australia. If I go to settings and change this back to USD, as you can see, it is 4,400, just like I said in the title. And I can change it to a different currency, Thai baht, to show that it's whatever that number is right there. And let's change it back to USD. Bang, 4,400. For some reason I have to do that because a lot of people think that I'm lying when I talk about these channels, which, I mean, I'm clearly not, but yes, so there it is right there. But basically, my name's Ricky, I'm 20 years old, I've been running faceless commentary channels ever since I was 13 years old, so over 7 years now. I was able to turn this into a full-time job at age 15, and now that I've graduated high school, I don't have to get a regular job, I don't have to go to university or get a trade breaking my back for like 40, 50 hours a week. I'm able to wake up whenever I want, I'm able to basically do whatever I want. I'm not set to a certain schedule, basically. I can pretty much do whatever I want. And today I'm literally going to teach you exactly how this video right here, this faceless commentary video, which literally took me 2 hours to make, it's only 11 minutes long, generated me this number, as you can see here. And as you can see, the RPM's like 3.5. It's in a decent niche right here. But to talk about this video right here, we have to go back because so this video here was in March of 2021. Since then, I've had many more channels that I've made and different things that have happened, but I'm kind of just going over this as like a case study for this specific video. But to let you guys know exactly how this video right here actually exists, I need to go back and look at the entire history of this channel. Now look, just a quick announcement, I have made it and I'm genuinely so excited to launch this right here because I know just how much it's going to help you guys on the Ricky channel. I've launched my own community on school.com and its sole purpose is to literally give you all the tools you need to start your own faceless commentary channel. No, this isn't a joke. In this school, I will literally give you one-on-one support with starting your own faceless commentary channel. I have my own manager that helps me work on my own faceless commentary channels, who literally helps me get the views and generates the revenue that I generate on these channels working with me inside this school community, and he himself will be in there answering any of your guys' questions that you have, giving you personalized guidance, and you will literally see results just from that right there. Now, as well as that, we have 2 calls that are scheduled every single week that are over an hour long. Basically, I will literally just sit on call and I'll be a complete open book for anyone that wants to ask me questions, and I'll literally give you personalized advice going over your YouTube channels. Any bit of knowledge or information that you might have been wanting to ask me throughout these videos that you've been watching on this channel, I'll be answering and in a lot of detail. And just as a complete bonus, because I just feel like it, I'll give you an entire course that I've created, literally going in autistic detail step by step, going through my entire blueprint of how I personally start and grow faceless YouTube channels from literally like before I even make the channel into making it monetized, then to making $2,000 a month, then to 10K a month, which is also updated every single month with new information as I'm constantly learning and I'm constantly learning new things. The people in this school community will be the first to see all of those updates as well. You can genuinely have 50 IQ, I'm not even kidding, and when you watch this course, it will literally teach you everything you need to know because it's genuinely that good. In the coming weeks, I'm going to be adding a couple more modules. The module that's already finished and is ready right now will literally show you how to take a channel that has just been created and turn it to getting monetized, and like it's proven to work. I've literally shown you the channels that I run using this method, but these next 2 modules that I'm currently making will show you how to go from being monetized already to getting to 2K a month, and then the third module goes from 2K a month to 10K a month. But look, the first 20 people that join this community will have access at a discounted price. After that, the price will be raised for any members after that. Now is literally the best time to join. It's the cheapest it's ever going to be. I've been working on this for absolutely ages, so click the top link in the description. Trust me, I can guarantee it's going to change your life. This right here is called Glider Guy. This is the very first channel I ever made when I was 13 years old, and as you can see, I still do it to this day. I still get very good views on this channel, so it's not like this was like a one and done type of video where, you know, the channel was up for a month, you know, I might have gotten like 20K from in 1 month, and then just absolutely fell off after that and never made money ever again. I'm still generating, this is one of my highest generating channels to this day. But anyways, as we sort by oldest, you can see that this was clearly made when I was 13. These videos are absolutely terrible. The thumbnails are absolutely shocking, they make absolutely no sense, and the videos aren't any better, to be honest with you, but I thought at the time that they were really good. But if we move on to when I was about 14 years old, I started making commentary videos, and this is where everything really turned for me. A lot of these earlier videos were kind of like Fortnite skit videos. They didn't really do anything. They were getting a few hundred views, but nothing really crazy, to be honest with you. Once I started making these commentary videos is when I really found my niche, because these commentary videos are extremely easy to make. By that I mean these videos right here I can literally pump out in like 2 hours if I do literally everything myself, including the thumbnail, including the editing. But now I obviously have an editor and I have a thumbnail guy, since I'm starting to make a lot more money from this and have been making money from this for quite a while. So now it really only takes me like 15 to 30 minutes to make a video like this, like these sort of days. But back in the day, these videos would probably take me about 2 hours. And to be honest with you, it's probably going to take you a little bit longer if you're a complete beginner and haven't done this before. But that's something that you get better at. Some of these videos probably took me a little bit longer, but I've gotten it down to a point where I can get a video completely done in 2 hours. But basically the idea for the Glider Guy channel is that I react to kids animations and, you know, kids like weird content. Essentially Christian AI brain rot, for an example, Lanky Box clones, Italian brain rot, that sort of stuff. You know, the whole like memey kid sort of stuff. My audience on this channel are around like 10 to 13 and sort of like play Roblox, those sort of things, like maybe play a bit of Minecraft as well. It's that sort of memey audience that like think the content that I look at is pretty cringe, and I also cringe along with them, I guess. But they're not too old to where they don't really care about the content that I'm looking at. It's that sort of audience right there. But back in 2020 and 2021, when this channel was in like a little bit of a different spot, I basically reacted to lifestyle influencers. I reacted to internet celebrity trends. As you can see here, this was my biggest topic here. So today I'm going to specifically be talking about this one person that I made a video on, which completely blew up my channel. I went from around 600 subscribers when I first made this video right here, and then it blew me up to basically where the channel is today, where I'm at about, you know, 400,000. So this person right here is called That Vegan Teacher. I literally made about 40 videos on her, and I'm going to explain how that big video happened very, very soon. But essentially That Vegan Teacher, you know, she's not really as popular now, but she was a TikToker back in the day that basically made it her entire personality to try and convince and force people to turn vegan. It was like, it was absolutely outrageous to see on TikTok. Everyone started hating her instantly because she was basically an extremist. She was extreme about her messaging, extreme about how she said everything. So at the time when I was 15 years old and I was getting literally like 200 views per video, I made a video, as you can see here, on That Vegan Teacher, which ended up blowing up to get about 500,000 views. But at the time, in the first 24 hours, as I've sorted it here in August of 2020, this video got 88 views in the first day. So, you know, this is at a time where my channel was, you know, probably like a lot of you guys right now, where you might be getting 50 to 100, maybe even a couple hundred views per video in the first 24 hours, which isn't bad by any means, but obviously it's not much, realistically. At the time of me making this video, again, I probably had like 600 subscribers, but then this video quite quickly blew up. So obviously first day, 58, 54, but then it randomly just started blowing up and got me to a point where I was starting to get a few like tens of subscribers a day, you know, and then it started turning into 100 subscribers a day, a few hundred subscribers a day. This is the video that ended up getting me monetized on this channel in like late 2020. Long story short, after that, I started making a few more videos about the vegan teacher. I want to skip over this pretty quickly because, you know, it's pretty obvious. I'm sure you guys know how YouTubers blow up. I started making more and more videos about the vegan teacher. You know, she made new TikTok accounts. She started getting banned a bit more, and I was getting a few 100,000 views a video. I had a big video here which got 2 million views, which I can make a whole separate video about because as you can see, you know, this made $9,000. But I want to specifically talk about the one video that I mentioned in the title, which is this video right here, That Vegan Teacher, My Final Response. Basically what ended up happening is that vegan teacher, because my videos were getting so big against her, she ended up making response videos to me. Yes, I'm not even joking. I literally had a feud and a beef with That Vegan Teacher. It's still crazy to me. And at the time I was 16 years old. So like this was pretty big for me. This was the first time that I had a big influencer that I was actually genuinely beefing with. This was literally like a 60-year-old woman and I was 16 at the time. But basically she made a video talking about me, and this response video here went absolutely ballistic. Nearly 1 million views, and this isn't the video that I'm talking about, by the way. This is a video before all that, and you know, it got $3,000. This probably took me 2 hours to make as well. All of these commentary videos you see down here all took me about 2 hours to make. You can start to see why this niche and why this like idea of making content can be so profitable and so valuable. I literally did this at 16. I was so stupid when I was 16, it's actually unbelievable. It should not be possible for a 16-year-old to be doing what I was doing, is basically what I'm trying to say here. And once that vegan teacher made a response video to me, I ended up obviously responding to it, as you can see here. Then I started making more videos about it, just absolutely milking the topic. It then got to a point where she did a video, and I could probably pull it up. I'm not sure if it's still available. available, but I'll pull it up. This video right here called Are You Racist? It got 2.6 million views. A lot of you have probably seen it. It's just that outrageous. So I made a video here called That Vegan Teacher Crossed the Line, which was just absolutely insane. And I'll go into more details a little bit later about, you know, the psychology behind the thumbnail and the editing and how that all happens, because again, I'm sure you all want to know how you can actually make these videos. I'll talk about that later on in the video. But pretty much this video right here just absolutely banged. 700,000 views. The RPM wasn't great, $2.6. I mean, it's okay. But once this video absolutely exploded, That Vegan Teacher responded to me again, and this response by her was just outrageous. Basically, she went on to call me racist, which I thought was absolutely unbelievable. But at the as angry as I was at her doing that, I saw an opportunity to make an absolute banger, and this response here was probably the biggest video I've ever made. Actually, well, I have videos with a few million views as well, but this video right here generated 1.2 million views, nearly 1.3 million views. If I click on it here, again, I will go over the psychology in this thumbnail in a second. I'm just trying to show you right now what exactly happened. But basically, in the first day, I think this did alright. 81k views, $300 first day, which is pretty decent, especially being 16 years old as I was at the time. This is in 2021. This started to blow up a little bit, and then randomly, it just absolutely exploded into getting 1.3 million views, which, I mean, at the time, like, as someone as old as I was, having a bunch of these videos generate a few $1,000s for literally like 2 hours of work was just, it was beyond me. It didn't make any sense to my brain. So basically, as you can see, 4.4k, like, this video just absolutely exploded. It was literally just me going off at the vegan teacher, and for like 11 minutes straight. This just kind of shows you how cooked society is in like 2025. Like, bro, there are literally 16-year-olds beefing with like 60-year-old vegans on the internet, and they're literally making the money you can see here. Like, I haven't showed this really at all. This is the first time that I've showed this publicly. It just shows you how absolutely cooked things are, and how, you know, a little bit of momentum, a little bit of luck mixed in with a whole lot of hard work can get you to a point where 2 hours of work can get you 4.4k. Like, it was absolutely outrageous. And I'm still doing stuff like this to this day on this channel. As you can see, like, this wasn't something that just happened a few years ago, like 4 years ago. I'm still doing it on this channel to this day. As you can see, I got a ton of videos here that are still blowing up. I recently had, if you guys have been watching this Ricky channel for a while, I recently had another, like, beef with another YouTuber, and it ended up generating millions of views and just absolutely exploding. So look, now I want to show you exactly how I can edit one of these videos so quickly, because a lot of people struggle with this a lot. They just spend so much time editing videos that aren't nearly as good as my videos. Like, I'll show you an example of a video that absolutely exploded that literally took me 2 hours to edit, 2 hours to create, literally start to finish. So as you can see, this editing is super high quality, it's super easy. I've got a bunch of like subtitles down the bottom, I've got a whole lot of stuff jumping around on the screen. So I'm going to show you exactly how I edit one of these videos. So let me pull up a video right now, for example. I have my folder of video ideas here, and I'm going to pick Avocado Plays Horrible Roblox Brain Rot. Basically, I looked at a Roblox YouTuber that was doing a whole bunch of scams, like promoting gambling to kids, that sort of thing. The idea isn't the problem here, or like, you know, the thing that I should be pointing out. What I'm going to be pointing out is exactly how I edit videos like this. Now, my editor has already done this, but I'm going to bring these assets into like Adobe Premiere Pro right now, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. So let's do it. So here we go. Literally just create the file, and I've got Avocado Plays, jump it right into here. Now, in this video folder here is literally just like 4 videos or like a bunch of shorts from the channel that I react to. So essentially what I do, I just find a bunch of YouTube channels. For those that want to know how I find my video ideas, I literally use this extension called NextLev right here. I click on similar channels on a bunch of competitor channels that I find, and I click in-depth search. Click in-depth search here, and this will literally find me a bunch of channels that are like direct competitors to me. I'll find both channels that are over 100,000 subscribers and under 100,000 subscribers, and it'll show up below here. I've already done it plenty of times before on this channel if you want to go check it out. But if you haven't seen it already, basically like a bunch of channels will pop up, and I'll just go through them. Then using the view stats extension from Mr. Beast on YouTube, I'll then go through, find a bunch of outlier videos. As you can see, a bunch of these have a little number on them. If they're any more than 2x, meaning, you know, the video gets 2 times more views than the average on the channel, I'll tend to note that down on like a Word document. Pretty much if you go through like 60 channels that are in your niche, which is super easy to do, you can end up finding about 100 video ideas straight off the bat. Like that's literally my video idea system, just as like a bonus for this video right there. But yeah, I found Avocado Plays using that method as like a channel that I can react to, so I ended up reacting. Here's my screen recording right here, and here is my voice recording going in right here. Basically, like, it's just 2 bits of recording here. At the start, I do a couple little claps so I can sync up the screen recording to the audio. I've never actually gone this in depth with video editing, but I feel like it'll help you guys. So let's just get through it right here. Basically, I click E, I click F1, and it just deletes the audio and stuff before this. And essentially what I do is I use a couple of extensions. I use a couple of auto hotkey scripts. I don't want to go too in depth on how to do that, but I'm sure there's plenty of videos out there showing you. Then I drag this editing folder. And by the way, if you want this editing folder, it's going to be in my school community, which is linked in the top of the description. It's just part of the little bonuses that I have in that school community. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can absolutely join that and find this. This has so many sound effects and so many music sources, so many different things that you can use that elevate your videos so much. If you don't have an editing pack like this, I can basically guarantee your videos are going to suck. And I'm not just saying that to sell you on the school. I'm genuinely just saying that from the bottom of my heart. I'm not lying here. If you don't have an editing pack and you don't have a bunch of stuff that you can choose from, you don't have a bunch of sounds and memes and stuff like that, GIFs as well, I have in here as well, it's going to be nearly impossible to make a good YouTube video. You cannot do it if you just have no music and no sound effects. Of course, there's certain people that get away with it, like Moist Critical, Penguin Zero, whatever, but like, let's be real, you are not Charlie. You are not Penguin Z0. If you want people to watch your content, you've actually got to make it good, and you've actually got to spend a bit of time going through, learning, sound design, all that sort of stuff. If you want to join my school community where I go literally in depth with hours and hours of content, heaps of live calls, everything you need to start your own commentary channel, if you're ready to take the leap and actually make this dream a reality, click the link in the description. I can guarantee you won't regret it.